Yeah, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure to be right here. And I would say that I'm extremely happy to be here speaking in a Shopware community today. So our pleasure it is. I'd like to, oh, thanks. I survived the flight, right? So anyways, okay, I would like to start this, this talk by asking you a question. So, what country is this? Does anybody know? USA. Germany, right? Doesn't it look like Germany? You see München and Berlin and something? No, that's not Germany. It is Brazil. But why this slide in the first place? So basically, it means a lot for Shopware, because Shopware is not just in Germany anymore. It's like going to other countries and expanding, and every single day, Shopware is getting more and more international, and that's just amazing. So, like a Brazilian speaker here, so in the main conference, isn't it cool? So I'm just eager. I'm just, amazed to see the Shopware expansion for the upcoming years, and for sure want to be part of that. So I'm sure you want to be part of that as well. Cool. Thanks. So as I said, I'm super happy to be here. And this kind of conferences, the cool thing about being in the Shopware Community Day is that you can connect with people that basically you talk every day on Slack. You ask questions, you see answers on StackOverflow. So the same people are here, and so people that create great pull requests. So on GitHub you can connect with them right here. So it's just wonderful. Connect with people. I strongly encourage you to connect with the others if you don't have the opportunity to. So yes, and by the way, I want to talk to everybody here. So if you didn't say hi to me, make sure you come to me and say hi. I would love to have a conversation with everyone. So I would like to shout out on behalf of the community to the Shopware crew. I mean, you guys are doing like an amazing job. It's just fantastic. What you guys have been doing here. So that's pretty much myself. For those who don't know me, I am Matheus Gontijo. So I'm a senior software developer at EME Digital here in Germany. It's a German-based company. I've been working in the e-commerce industry for a while, and but for the past 2 years, I just fell in love with the Shopware, and I am working exclusively with Shopware. It's been just amazing. So by the way, I created a project called We Love Shopware Community, where I talk to people, and probably you have seen an interview that I made with somebody. So just fantastic. There are some big passions of myself. We can talk here all day long about them as well. So let's get it started for real. Okay, I am in front of technical people. Everyone here have a very deep relationship with technology. Everybody, tech people love technical stuff, right? We can talk about technology and programming and coding and solutions all day long. We all love technology. You love technology, I love technology so much. But there is something much more important to talk in a conference like that, in a tech conference like that. And this thing is something great. This thing has everything to do with developers, with technical people, with merchants. It has everything to do with agencies, and it has everything to do with Shopware itself. But what kind of thing is this? It's not a technical thing? No, it's not, but involves a lot of technology. And this is what I'm come here to talk about. So I'm kind of calling you to join this amazing community and shape the next steps of Shopware. So we together, we can build like a vibrant community. It is already a vibrant community, but it can be more vibrant. It can be solid. Let's shape this community to make it incredible. So in the first session, Shopware assured that Shopware is open source and will continue to be open source. They will continue to do so. And let's leave the open source spirit. And the open source spirit is where developers collaborate to each other, where partners collaborate to each other. Yes, I recognize there is competition, there is money involved and everything, but nothing, absolutely nothing, prevents us to be the greatest platform if you support each other, if you stick to each other, if you really, help each other. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm willing to talk today. Cool. But before talking about community, before talking about being successful in career, before talking about accomplishing great things in life, before talking about anything else, we must be humble enough to recognize that we are humans. We live in this AI wave, but we are still humans, right? And we have a heart. You have a heart. You have a mind. You have some thoughts. You think. You have opinions. You have emotions. You have feelings, right? So you are a human like I am. And like being a human, one of the most important things for humans are pretty much how we interact with each other. You know, the way we interact with each other is very important because the relationships are essential for our lives. It's the way I create connections. It's the way I create bridges. It's the way I make like a network around me. So my life would be so poor if I would live alone, right? So I couldn't do not even 10% of what I do alone, just by myself. I have family, you have family, relatives, and then you go to school, and then you have friends, you go to college or university, and you have coworkers. I mean, the bottom line is, we are humans, and we need each other. We need each other. But why we need each other? Because we learn so much from each other. We learn so much more, from somebody that is near to you. We give ideas to each other. We understand things differently from different perspectives when people talk to us. We analyze scenarios from different angles, different perspectives. So there's nothing better to be surrounded of good people that enrich our lives. And with Shopware community is no different. So why not let's build like a health relationship among Shopware developers, among agencies. Let's continue doing our job and make this, community amazing. So let's build, let's continue to build a community that has like healthy relationships that really bring value, relationships that are constructive, relationships that are useful, relationships that at the end of the day enrich our community. So, and I tell you, being part of this community is a real blessing. Being part of an active and a good community, a community that support each other, is just a blessing. It's incredible. So, okay, that being said, now becomes your part. So you are so much important. My challenge today is to tell you that you are part of this whole community. Community is a group of people, and you are very important. So I want you reflect for a minute how important you are in this process of building a vibrant community and building a vibrant community for Shopware. So my challenge today is to make sure you fully understand that engagement, knowledge sharing, mutual learning is very important to Shopware, to our ecosystem. So if you help each other and if you really, support each other, oh my goodness, our community will do amazing, remarkable things if you support each other. Okay, let me try to give an example. What happened to me is like a personal story. This story, if I tell you this story, I'm sure you are going to get like the big picture, what like a small contribution can do for the community. So one day, after so many years of programming, I decided to not only work on my hard skills like coding, programming, and everything. I decided to work a little bit more on my soft skills. I decided 6 years ago in 2018 to develop my soft skills, develop my communication, leadership, planning, public speaking, emotional intelligence, and I just want to get out of my comfort zone and really develop it. And but then I started thinking, okay, how can I develop my soft skills? Okay, what is the best way? And then I thought, okay, I will organize a PHP conference, because first of all, I'm a big fan of conferences. I had the chance to visit some countries to speak in conferences, to attend conference, and to help. And you know what? I'm gonna organize my conference, and I do the best I can. So I will have the chance to talk to the local community, and then I said, okay, I'm gonna start like a PHP conference. I'll try to do something local in my local community, and let's see how it goes. So, and then I will have the opportunity to talk to local companies, talk to local agencies, connect with the CTOs, CEOs, team leaders, developers, and also I'll try to understand the PHP rule on their businesses. So I'll get to know a lot of PHP developers in my area, and also I'll go to universities and I'll try to share PHP and let them know that PHP is awesome. And okay, and then after doing all this job, I will invite them to join to the conference, and I'll just want to put everyone together: students, CTOs, developers, agency owners, and everyone together. So let's see what it brings about at the end. So, okay, I sat down, I had conversations with friends that organized conferences, and basically I set up some expectations. I said, okay, it's going to be like 80 attendees, not a big thing, 8 attendees. I'll bring 8 speakers, and 4 of them from different parts of Brazil. And I went to, as I said, some universities, if they could host it for free, support us, and they liked the idea. And I said, okay, I'll do also the fundraise part. So I need coffee breaks, I need, badges for speakers, flights, and everything. So, but one thing I want to achieve, I was pretty much willing to do everything for free. Everything for free just through sponsorship. And okay, and then I was organizing the event after the expectation. I was organizing the event, and I was going to conferences, going to companies, doing pitches, planning calls, meetings, emails, speeches, planning calls, emails, visiting, talking to people. It was amazing, right? Everything like volunteer. I really said to myself, I'm gonna serve my local community, I'm gonna serve my PHP community, and that will be just amazing. So, yeah. So I was putting a lot of personal time, and after some weeks, I think 2 months, I kind of got a little bit tired, which was cool. I was working a lot on that. I was developing my soft skill. I learned so much during this process, and it was like a very busy week. It was like a very busy week. I was tired. Pay attention, I was tired. It was like Friday night. It was, 11 o'clock, like at the end of the day. I was already in the bed. I was super sleepy, and I was kind of setting the alarm clock. And then I was checking my email, already in the bed. And oh my God, something completely unexpected happened. Something that I could never ever think about it happened. Not even in the best of my dreams happened. So I said, oh my God. Okay, basically what happened was somebody emailed me. Does anybody who emailed me, is anybody familiar with this gentleman here? Oh my gosh, come on. Look at that. So I was organizing a conference in Brazil. Small people, like just trying to serve my community, like a small contribution, doing like something to help the community. And oh my goodness, Rasmus Leerdorf, which the PHP creator himself, emailed me and said, oh my gosh. And then, isn't it incredible? So basically, as you see, Friday night, right? Almost 11 o'clock. And basically he said, hey, I'm going to be in Brazil for a big conference. Can I join you folks? And I said, well, why not, right? What could go wrong? What could go wrong, right? I'm not, Cool. And Hasmus went there. Everybody went crazy. It was like a great opportunity to, those people get to know more Hasmus. Even a lot of students came in. A lot of people came in. I mean, PHP was extremely well shared there. It was amazing. Obviously, I put Hasmus as the last keynote, just, having people there. But it was amazing. And by the way, this is a picture of Hasmus speaking, and I said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna do something funny, cool, nice, fancy. And basically, I asked a friend of mine to do some cartoon of Hasmus. I mean, he's doing peace and holding a Brazilian flag. You cannot see in the picture, but there's like a infinite loop saying, thank Hasmus, thank Hasmus. It was very cool. And then, it was very cool. But then everybody was taking pictures of these banners and everything. And Hasmus was there. People were talking with people. Everybody was so happy. And somebody asked me, hey, did the Hasmus like it? Because everybody liked it. I said, yes, Hasmus liked it, but I actually didn't talk to him. But I said, okay, did Hasmus like it or not? Maybe not, because who knows, right? But actually 3 minutes ago, afterwards, he tweeted about it. I think he liked it. So, it was the confirmation. So, and by the way, if Stefan or Sebastian go to Brazil, I will do the same for them, or prepare a very cool surprise. That I will tell them, right? Okay, the conference outcomes. Do you remember? It was 80 people. Actually, at the end of the day, and the statistics was that we had like 3 times more. We have like a full house. And we have like the university moves us to a very, very fancy venue. And the fundraise part like speed up. People was emailing and trying to, hey, how can I help? Or the ones that were deciding, they said, hey, yes, you can confirm. I'm full in. And everything was for free. Nobody has paid for anything. Okay, let's talk about this story that I just told you. So, this is the big takeaway so far of this story. So even a humble developer, somebody simple, there's somebody that, have limited skills, but decide to help, even with a small contribution, even something like one line of code, it doesn't matter, even if in a small contribution, I tell you, it can create a remarkable impact in the entire ecosystem. So even a humble developer can create, with a small contribution, a lot of impact, because we are a lot of people, right? So that's the big takeaway. And my question for you to reflect is, what if more developers are encouraged to actively contribute to Shopware? What if people are really willing, to contribute to the core, to go to Slack, to do lots of stuff? I think this is the way we build such a vibrant, incredible, solid community you are looking for, right? So I share just one big story, but I'll go through some ways to contribute to Shopware. So that's not just one thing, it can be so many. And I will, try to share some ideas that I have. Maybe you can relate to them. So there is this amazing people from FireGento that just organize the best conference I ever been to. So they organize unconferences and hackathons. I'm so thankful for Claudia, Fabian, Rico, and Carmen. So we can learn so much from them. So they're just spectacular. And the thing is, why can't you run, let's say, a meetup in your area, in your local area? Or even if one meetup is just like very heavy, like one meetup every 3 months. What about organizing a developer experience day, like full day there in your area? What about, inviting people to come in? Why not organize conferences, more conferences? So yes, there are a lot of opportunity to get people around and, share knowledge there. So openly. Cool. This gentleman, Fabian, also is a huge blog poster. I mean, he blog posts a lot. He blog posts as anybody else in the community. As soon as he learns something, he goes there, write down real quick, and publish, which is very cool because he published a lot. And basically, it seems like blog posts are dying, but let's not do that. Let's do the opposite. Let's share our ideas because we have different solutions for different subjects. We can understand maybe the same problem from a different angle, different perspective. Let's get familiar with the other authors. Maybe they are like very good people that don't share much, and they're just incredible, and they could be like much better. And let's get familiar with these new people, the people that have different opinions about things. So if you learn something, just go ahead and share with the community. There are friends of Shopware. Friends of Shopware are, people that get and write down code for the entire community. By the way, every single project that I work with, I basically use Frosh Development Helper. It's very cool. There's not even a single project that is not installed on the instance. So I love it. Shopware CLI. So these are kind of open source plugins, completely independent. So yeah, maybe you can help coding, not writing blog posts or elsewhere or something else, but pretty much like coding. That's fine as well. Yes, as I said, Shopware community is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, international, and there are a lot of new people coming, and basically the very first things they do is like they go to Slack, ask questions, maybe in the wrong channel, which is fine. Maybe you can help them, direct them to the right channel, or answer their questions, support them, or just welcome them. It's a very good way to be, to collaborate, support and share something cool with them. So StackOverflow, every single developer, no matter what language, what platform, whatever, they go to this website. So a friend of mine, actually my team leader, Alexander Mank, is a StackOverflow lover. He's a big fan. And one thing that I learned from him is that, okay, if you have a question, something you don't know, you kind of start writing down StackOverflow question, and then you kind of, at the end of your write-up, you kind of maybe have the solution because you broke down in so many pieces and try to explain to somebody else, and then you kind of resolve by yourself. And but also, I would encourage you guys to vote more, to answer more questions. I think Stack Overflow is just amazing because also it's a Google indexed very well on Google, so it's very good to the community. Why 100 people should stumble in the very same errors? Why just 1 or 2 people help answering and good to go, and help thousands of people, right? Obviously, there are pull requests. You can also create your pull requests. But more than that, you can engage into existing pull requests. You can participate into the discussions. I can point easily some pull requests that kind of start with few lines of code, but end up in a very good discussion, which I learned a lot. So start good conversations, try to talk to people constantly, maybe once a week or even more. Check the pull requests, see if you can contribute, if you can, share something cool. Or even try to encourage others, like voting and being active. It's very useful. Documentation, lots of content there. If you find an error or if you find a typo or something, you have like a misindentation line, or please fix it. And please keep the documentation up to date to the latest versions. I know Shopware does a very good job into that, but the community also can help. Translation, if you are from a different country, as I am, please make sure you take a look into maybe you speak a different language natively. You can easily see something missing or something that is incorrect. Maybe you can help. That will be wonderful, especially in this Shopware expansion to the world. So having native languages, well translated, that's just awesome. Feedback.shopware.com. That's pretty much where, some user experience things could be better. something admin, new ideas, B2B, checkout, automation, so it doesn't matter. So if you have a new idea, you can go there, you can publish a new idea, and also there are like a voting system, which is very useful. Cool. Christian Dangle is a prolific, is a monster in Docker system improvising thing, and he creates something completely different than what I said here, right? He created like a new idea, an idea that he had, he put a lot of effort, as well as with Martin from Das ist Web, and then, okay, he created something that is very useful. Everybody in the community, everyone can just spin up a Shopware instance, no matter what PHP version, like there is like a mail client, like a profiling, the whole thing just in a few seconds, just in a matter of few seconds. So I think that was a great contribution. It was a great idea. So, and that's what Shopware needs, ideas. And I tell you, I'm sure I'm in front of people that have like brilliant ideas. I'm in front of people, I'm in front of a community that is vibrant, a community that wants to make better and more efficient. And these ideas came from the community. I mean, innovation, things like from the heart. And that's what Shopware ecosystem needs. Make your ideas shine. Make your ideas, shine for the community. And my final words are this. So I love the idea of like creating the world we want to live in. And I try as much as I can create the Shopware world that I want to live in. I want to shape the Shopware world I want to live in. I want the Shopware world where developers collaborate with each other as much as they can, where Shopware people share more and more knowledge openly. I just want to live in a Shopware world where there are tons of meetups and hackathons and conferences and unconferences and webinars and paid plugins and open source plugins. So why not, folks? Let's create this incredible stuff together. But who is going to create it? It's the lady right in the back. It's the gentleman over here in the front. It's somebody there in the middle of the audience. So these are the people that will create this incredible world. So hopefully together, not alone, but together, we as a community, all of us can create this incredible Shopware together, all right? Thank you so much.